Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Here we are back in the Egyptian campaign. Alright? And I'm trying to remind myself what happened last time. I think I took the city of Cyrene back. And then I also wiped out the rest of their other army that was just trailing off in the desert there. The deserts of Libya or whatever this is. All right. I think that's the Libyan province that we're in right there. So now I'm trying to consider what to do with the little small nation that they have down there that I can't pronounce its name right now, or don't remember its name off the top of my head. And I'm also picking out a technology. And I think we also fought off Aksum last time in the last episode from taking Diosiplis. But my best try, all right? Okay. Jerusalem right now, they're under a little bit of a plague. I thought I might take these guys out and see if it does anything with the plague. But I am going to go ahead and upgrade the water tank, and that actually will make it more fertile. So that is the better thing to do. I could not upgrade the fountains or the sanitation thing, so I decided to go upgrade that instead. I don't know which one's the better route. They both seem to be the same. Alright. They'll take a little bit of your money away because they're being built. I don't know. I don't get it. Checking the tax rate. And I'm trying to decide whether or not if I should attack this guy. He's not in range, so he's not going to stay. Probably stay to fight. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is hire another mercenary. And I think I probably could have hired one more, but no, I don't think so, actually, no. Now looking at how much money I have left. And here I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and move this guy to this city right there to go ahead and maybe move him closer to where Aksum just attacks. Okay. So we're moving on to the next turn, and Aksum attacked me again. I decided to fight this one. I figured I could go ahead and win like last time, and they are quite a bit weaker army-wise. So let's go ahead and go on into the battle. Okay, so here we are, dropping into the battle. And we're just going to go ahead and set up our guys. First, we're going to go ahead and set up all of our defenses. Our static defenses, which I'm thinking I could have probably set up a few more. Maybe like some frozen pits or some fire pits or whatever. Did I say frozen pits? I don't know what I'm talking about. the fire pits, the ones that you can light on fire. Maybe some of those, or the flaming balls. That maybe would have been a better thing to go ahead and do, but I decided not to. I usually don't think those do much of anything. Although if you do have archers, you can light the oil pits on fire from far away with their flaming arrows. Okay? So this is something to keep in mind maybe for the next time. All right? Just a little something to keep in mind, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and I also put down the sharp rocks. That keeps the guys moving slower. And if you put those down, I think around the pits, the traps, they do move slower and they do catch a lot of the guys. So, and if they start to move slower, then your archers can go ahead and take advantage of that too. But they don't do anything to kill anybody. Okay, they just make the infantry move slower, and they do kind of also make obstruct cavalry from attacking you. So they make it slower for cavalry to impact you too. Unlike stakes, or caltrips that will just literally drive a hole right through cavalry, you know. So they basically did the same thing that they did last episode, you know, came down those 3 same ways. You think they would have maybe done a different idea, but oh well. Setting my bowmen on them. And I think I probably should have gone ahead and left some of these guys on the outside, because now they're just sitting there getting peppered by the bow and arrow, by the archers. Here I'm trying to contend with the fact that you cannot put them in a straight line. There's too much junk on the in the town, so you know it's not wide open. I can't remember if towns were more wide open in Rome 1. Anyway, so my peasants there. I'm moving around to the round behind, and I'm gonna go ahead and move my skirmishers to the other entrance right there to go ahead and have them skirmish on those guys. And we're also running this at I think half speed there, if you can't tell. So I sped it up a little bit on the in the battle. And it looks like a few of them are already trying to retreat as they try to get through all my barricades that I have right there. So I thought I was doing pretty well. I thought I was going to go ahead and win this one. I know, spoilers, I kind of gave it away that I already didn't win this battle. But I think last time I played a battle like this, if you remember the last episode, I was very close to losing, and I did end up winning, you know. So it was worth playing. I did kill quite a few of the AI, so they weren't able to really do much after this, which is what you want to do. And I probably could have won if I would have really taken care of their general, you know. If I would have taken care of the general's unit and taken him on out, I think that would have actually made me win. But anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them around. My archers, because I can go ahead and pull them around to go ahead and take care of their archers there in the back there. I'm having my skirmishers take out some of their spearmen there, while I'm having my peasants come in from behind to take out their archers, or just have their archers waste their ammo on them. And we're gonna zoom on in here. Where you see this one guy over there, he's gotten quite a few spears right through his head there. That must have not felt that very well. That very good. And they seem to really be reinforcing that one side to go and attack it. And now that my skirmishers are out of ammo, they're going to go ahead and attack the spearmen right there. And I'm going to use those peasants to attack the archers. As these archers are going to go ahead and attack these archers over here. So as they were kind of coming in from behind, I guess they wanted to get at my general's unit. And instead of continuing to pepper at my front units right there. And that right there, I used my attack area little thing to go ahead and get a better attack on those guys instead of just having them attack one unit. Usually it doesn't go as well. So we're going to start to bring in some of these other skirmishers to have them help on out, as my other skirmishers are kind of losing there, along with my peasants. And continuing to fire on those guys. They brought up their other archers, so I'm going to bring up my other archers over here to go ahead and back up those archers. So we're going to have 2 groups of archers over here. And I think those guys ran out of ammo. So we'll end up tossing them on in to the fight. As soon as I figure out how to situate them there. And as we can see, both of my archers are working pretty well against their archers over here, which is a good thing. I kind of lost out on my spearmen over there, my hoplites, I believe is what those were. And they were able to beat out my peasants because, well, they're absolute crap in this game. I don't know, I felt like peasants were actually able to be used for something in Rome 1, you know. A big mosh pit of peasants was actually somewhat useful. Or maybe it was just if you were, they had to be upgraded peasants, you know, if you were just the Romans. Right? And everybody else's peasants were just crap. I don't know. And we're gonna have these guys chase after these guys. The archers chase after them. And we're gonna bring those archers around the back to go ahead and fire on the fire on those guys from behind. And now I'm gonna bring up my general bring him into the thick of things, you know. And since these archers are out of ammo, we're gonna send them off to go ahead and attack each side. And in the distance there, you can kind of see that my my peasants are coming back from retreating. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring them back to go ahead and attack. And as these skirmishers are keeping their archers busy, we're gonna go ahead and bring them around. So they end up still having to take care of their archers over here. So I'm gonna bring these guys around to the back here and have them attack. Fire all their arrows on those guys, or all their spears, excuse me. They don't have arrows. And I think finally their archers there are running away. And as we can see, one of my guys is wavering. We're gonna bring in our general, and we're gonna go ahead and pop the rally, and that's gonna go ahead and bring everybody back from wavering, which is nice there. And they use that on up, so I'm gonna go ahead and have them attack those spearmen. I probably should have had them all attack that side, just to mop up that area, and then come around, you know. But oh well. I decided to split them on up. Figured that they go each separate ways. Especially since those guys are facing the opposite direction, so I kind of outflanked them at that point. But they did get caught up on the on those other groups there, which was probably not a good thing. Now that I think about it, yeah. Anyway. And then here we are moving in on. We're also sending in our skirmishers. I think they came back from routing. I couldn't seem to get my general to go ahead and obey the current order of just lining up with his phalanx on this over here. He seemed to disobey it for whatever reason. Anyway. So, we're moving him on in. And here we are, zoomed on in on these guys. They seem to have a much more dedicated infantry army, is where I have just hoplites, and then now everybody's like, you know, wavering, unfortunately. And now I'm going to be moving my general on in a little bit more. They still have a few of their units are wavering over there, but they're not leaving the battlefield, unfortunately. If they're wavering, it means they're usually tired and they want to leave, you know. Okay? And they're trying to leave the battlefield, but they will come back sometime from wavering. I lost both of my archer units over there that were chasing that one archer off the battlefield, which was unfortunate. So you see, I just lost out in that wavering battle there. I lost those units, and now I'm going to lose these units. Although they were starting to waver here. They were starting to have a mass rout. As you can see, their generals routing, their other guys are routing. And here I am trying to force my units on through and pop everything that I could. As I thought this was my one chance where I could come back and win. And it really looked like it here. You see everybody wavering, and I don't know how they came back from this. And I think this one unit of archers is what kind of brought them back from the brink, you know, and changed some of their minds. As you can see, some of them changed from wavering once that archer unit came back onto the field. And they changed their directions too. So this was something I thought that was kind of unique for the AI. Usually they'll just leave everybody in the big mosh pit and continuing to march down that one train of thought, you know, but they actually moved some of their units to come at me from a different angle over there. And they're trying to really wipe out my weak spear units over here, or hoplite units or whatever, as my general is the only one that is really holding his own over here. I popped my last rally point, you know, and at that point I figured, hey, why don't I just go ahead and converge on every body from the other side. And I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should not have moved these guys over here, I think. I don't know, you know, because and they're also trying. I don't think they know how to get through that area. As you can see, the AI is also trying to get through those houses over there, which they can't do. You know. Yeah, I think I should have sent both of those guys over there because they get murdered. That one unit. The AI barely wins here. It's a very close battle, you know, and it's unfortunate because I feel like I could have won. They even get control of the capture point there, or actually, it's not really a capture point because they don't end up winning. And when you have just a place without any walls, there is no capture point. So I end up bringing back my general. And he ends up getting surrounded, and I'm like, oh, now I'm done for, you know. So, oh well. Ends up being a close victory, and I end up letting the rest of that turn play out. I did kill quite a few of a bit of their army. Well, I think I only killed like 3 or 4 whole units. So they will get a lot back, I guess. But here we are in the next turn, and kind of deciding what to do. And I think I ended up getting peace with the other guys off to the side over there, either in this episode or the next episode. So I can't remember which one. So, and also the Seleucids are raiding my lands. I cannot go out and fight them because I have a weak army right now. And I think they also will be backed up by their city over there. So here I am checking on everything. The Nepeteans, they are also at war with the Seleucids, so they are going to go ahead and do some good work for me. here I am trying to get trade agreements with everybody who's out and around, and they really don't want to give me a trade agreement, unfortunately, and I kind of need them. Everybody's just rejecting for no reason. Although I think they're rejecting because I'm at war against certain places or something. I don't know. But here's where I try to get peace with Nasamonias, and I do, and I end up also getting a trade agreement, which is nice. So they're willing to just go ahead and trade with me and stay to that one place, which I may have to conquer in the end, but I'll have to go back and conquer it, okay? And as we're moving these guys back to conquer the lower Egyptian area. We're going to conquer back our city and the wrecks of Axum and everything else. And we'll see that in the next turn there. I was trying to decide if I want to go ahead and make an army there, but I was just like, you know what? If they take that city, then they go ahead and take that city. All right? So we are going on the next turn, and not much happens in this end turn sequence. So we'll see you guys next time. Hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. All right? Bye-bye.
Greetings, most excellent friend.